Okay, hello everybody. I have an eRazor 450 from Dynam. The purpose to this video is to show everyone that there's a small safety issue that basically I made a mistake on, and I don't want that to happen to anybody else. But basically, it's information that it's out there. If you just take the time to read and understand the transmitter, you wouldn't go to what I went through last night. Basically, you could tell there's no blades on my heli right now, due to the reason that it just freaked out on me and ripped everything apart in my garage on the workbench. So again, this video is basically to show what not to do. So okay, I got the heli and the transmitter properly bind at this moment. As you could tell, the gyro light is steadily blue, which it's what's supposed to be. But this is what I wanted to show everybody what not to do. As you know, the gear switch is a safety switch. So after binding, you have to flip it up and flip it back down in order to get motor. Okay, everything's working, as you could tell. The mistake I made last night was I was trying to adjust a couple of things on the dip switches. Well, by doing that, I guess out of curiosity, I flipped on the throttle, which is right here. Do not turn that thing to the down position, which basically turns it on. Which basically, long story short, it reversed the mode. It goes to a different mode, which this joystick becomes, when it's down, it becomes actually up, like it's reversed. So what I did was, and I'll demonstrate here. You could tell the throttle stick is down, and if you throw that switch, watch what happened. This is what happened. This thing was going insane and cannot stop. If I only knew what it actually had happened, all I have to do is to raise the throttle, which turns it off. And that's all I had to do. But because I didn't do that, as you could tell, some damage has been done to my helicopter in the result of that. The other thing I want to note is, I'm going to go ahead and flip the switch back up. While you have that going, you could flip the switch back up to off, and it also turns off. And the other thing I wanted to point out is, again, if you accidentally done that, you could do one or two things. One is to flip the switch back up to the off position, or raise the throttle and it'll turn off. So everything's backwards, but you cannot use the gear switch to turn off. Basically, this is the normal position. The throttle dip switch is on the off position, and normally if you got the motor running, as I have now, if you flip the gear switch, it kills it. It's almost like it's a throttle hold button, but more so as a safety switch. Okay. The only problem is, if you accidentally hit that thing like I did last night, the gear switch will not work. And I'll demonstrate. Throttle's down. I hit the throttle dip switch. I'm going to flip the gear switch. Nothing. It does not kill it. So only two things. Either flip the switch back on the dip switch back, or raise the throttle. But do not do what I did last night, which is basically, I guess I panicked, and I went to turn the transmitter off. And actually, by doing that, nothing works. So I guess it was a rookie mistake, but nevertheless, out of panic, I turned the transmitter off. Nothing will shut it off. So this is what happened exactly. You have to go disconnect the battery. I flipped the switch, right? Turn the transmitter off, thinking that it would turn off the helicopter. Nope. Turn the transmitter back on. The light will stop blinking eventually. You could tell the gyro light's still blue. but it's not buying. You can tell it's not blinking, but it's not actually buying because nothing. You cannot turn it off. Nothing is stopping this now. Even flipping the dip switch, the only thing you could do at this point is to unplug it. And I'm going to have to put this down to do that. Which what I just did is very dangerous. Do not do this at home. Again, the purpose to this video is to show everyone not to mess around with the dip switches while the helicopter is bind. At least unplug the motor from the speed control for safety reasons. So I learned a little expensive lesson here, and I hope no one else has to go through what I just did. Thanks for watching.